Welcome everyone to our Berks Legacy. Today we're talking to Pop. Pop is 102 years old. What year were you born in, Pop?
1923.
1923. Well, welcome to the program. You've seen it all. You have seen it all. You have literally, short of the First World War, you have been alive through everything.
Yeah.
The the Depression, the Second World War, the Korea, I'm going with wars, Korean conflict, Vietnam, all the way.
Yeah.
All the way.
I haven't witnessed it all, but I've been here.
No, but you've lived during that time, so you heard what was going on. I wanted to ask you that question first, what year you were born in. And where were you born?
In Saco, Maine.
Okay, Saco, Maine. What got you down here to Reading, Pennsylvania?
Well, actually a lot of...
Oh, okay.
The main thing, I was living in Florida. My wife passed away. My daughter, my granddaughter, wanted me to come here. I moved up here. I've been here for 17 years.
And so what do you miss most about Maine?
Not very much, because I was very young when I moved away from there.
Okay. Do you like living in Berks County?
I do. I enjoy every bit of it. Okay. Everything is so handy.
So, Pop, what was the most challenging day of your life? And what did you do to get through it?
Probably when I landed on Guadalcanal in World War II. And I just made the best of it.
Wow. One step at a time, one moment at a time.
Mm-hmm.
You must have been terrified.
And another thing, I was in a plane crash with my whole family. I was the pilot.
Yeah, you talk about that.
And the engine quit, and the whole 5 of us crashed. Nobody was hurt.
Nobody.
Plane
That's
was
amazing.
demolished.
And so why did the plane crash?
The engine just quit. Nobody ever knew. They didn't investigate it because nobody was killed.
So you never knew why.
No.
But you walked away. Didn't really matter. You walked away with your family.
Exactly.
Intact, and everything was good. I'm sure the 5 of you were shook up, though.
Oh, I should say.
Yeah, I'm sure. You've seen a century of relationships. In your experience, what is the secret, and there is one, to love our friendship that lasts a lifetime? What's the secret?
Well, the secret is probably having a good wife and a good family. My father died at 35 years old.
What did he die of?
Yeah, gangrene.
Gangrene? Gangrene of the legs, feet?
In those days, they didn't know anything about it. Overnight, they could have fixed him up.
How did it happen?
Somehow he cut his leg. I don't know how. My mother was left at the time with 7 children, a baby amongst one of them.
So how did she make ends meet? I'm sure he left nothing behind.
She had to go on welfare, and it was a stretch.
So you remember it.
So I was the oldest boy in the family.
How many brothers and sisters do
I
you
have 5 brothers and 3 sisters.
Are they all still living?
All dead.
So you outlived all of them.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, what is your secret to life? What do you do to stay 102? So alert, you're on the computer checking your bank, checking whatever you're doing, but you're on the computer at 102. That is amazing. It is. And you know how to navigate on a computer?
I'm not really good on it, but I can do a few things that I have to, like check my bank account and look at the news. And that's about it.
My goodness. You're amazing. Speaking of amazing, and going back to the original question, what is your secret that keeps you here and makes you so amazing?
Well, it's that everybody treats me with respect and does everything they can to help me.
So you do the same for them. It seems from what I've heard, that's the life you've lived. You help others. That's what you've been all about. And that's beautiful. So that's your secret? That's your secret to life, treating other people
with respect? Like I say, having a good wife and family.
When did your wife pass away?
She passed away in 2008 while I was in Florida with her.
Was it unexpected?
She had Crohn's disease, and that affected her very badly. Today they have medicine for it. In those days they didn't.
Right. Let's talk about your diet. What do you eat? I know there are people who are watching this wondering, what does Pop eat that has kept you this long? I mean, do you have any kind of medical conditions?
I have nothing special as far as food
Okay.
goes. There are a few things I don't like. Fish is one of them,
Okay.
and sweet potatoes the other. Other than that, I like about everything.
I heard that. Sweet potatoes. Exactly. Can you explain why you don't like sweet potatoes?
I just don't like the flavor of them.
Anything else that you don't eat other
No,
than
not that I can think of.
other than fish
Other than
and
that, I can take anything. Just about. Oh yeah, sugar doesn't bother
Okay.
me. I try to stay away from salt, but other than that, I eat everything. I try to drink a lot of water.
so sugar. No issues with sugar, diabetes, pre-diabetes.
No, I've never had. Of course, I don't use that much sugar, although I can't stay away from sweets.
What kind of pastries?
Most of those with some sort of cream
Okay.
in or on them.
And at 102 you have no problem eating pastries.
No,
How about alcohol?
very little.
Very little.
Yeah, I do drink one occasionally,
Yeah.
but very little.
So you've got it well rounded. A little here, a little there, a
Yeah.
little over there, and not too much of this or too much of that.
Exactly. I have a kind of balance.
Right. And maybe that is a lesson for people to think about. Most people don't get to see 100. At 102, looking back, what is the one thing people worry about today that actually doesn't matter at all in the long run?
Economics.
Economics, and meaning that money comes and money goes.
Exactly. But you have your ups and your downs.
Did you join the Army, Navy, Marines?
Marines.
Marines. And what year was that?
42.
42. Someone was mentioning to me that they weren't going to take you in.
I didn't weigh enough.
You didn't weigh enough.
You had to weigh 126. I was 124. So before I went in for the exam, I drank 3 or 4 glasses of water, 4 or 5 bananas, and I just made the weight requirements.
You just made it. Well, you must have not been that far off. You must have only been a pound or two.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were that hard about it that you either had to be this weight, like if it was 150 pounds and you were 149, they wouldn't let you in.
Right. When I
Goodness.
come out, I was 158.
How long did you serve?
3.5 years.
What years? What year did you serve?
42 to 45.
So you were there.
Yeah.
You were in the middle of
The
it.
whole war.
Well, I won't ask you things about that. I know those are things you prefer not to talk about. So I won't get into any of that out of respect for you, of course. When you're far from home, what is the one Berks County thing you miss the most over the past 102 years?
Well, actually, when I was in the service, I wasn't at Berks, so I missed Massachusetts.
So what do you miss about Massachusetts when you were in the
It
service?
was mostly just family. Nothing concrete about the town, but more just family. I wrote a poem to my mother.
So you wrote this poem to your mother, and it says, "Mother, there may be other mothers, but not half as good and kind as the sweetest little mother that I have left behind. She stood by me in trouble when she should have turned away. The sweetest little mother, I'll repay her well someday. When this war is over and the world is all at rest, I'll return to the sweetest mother, the girl I love the best. There may be better mothers, but none I'll ever see as the sweetest little mother that's waiting home for me." And you wrote this. It doesn't. What year did you write this? You were
I think it might have been about 44,
Wow.
1944.
And she had it, or you were able?
Yeah, she had it,
Thank you.
and one of my daughters had that printed out.
That is beautiful, Pop. Do you write poems?
No.
It was just that. I bet you she was just so
Oh,
amazed.
I can imagine how
Yes.
she felt. And I was into athletics a lot. I played football, baseball.
Did you? So what did you do for a living?
I had quite a few different jobs. My main job was a mason contract.
The big question then, what's your secret to a long-lasting relationship like that for 63 years?
Well, agreeing to what a lot of things she said and her understanding a lot of what I said. And between us both, we could iron out any small difficulties.
Disagreements. So in other words, you talk to each other.
Yes. I've always had one thing I wish I had never said to her.
What's that?
We were shopping one time in Florida
Right?
at a Winn-Dixie. And I got out of the car and I'm walking up ahead of her. And she's coming behind me. And I said, my gosh, come on, man, what are you, an old lady? And that always bothered me, saying that.
And that has lived with you all these years.
Yeah.
You still can't let it go, huh?
No.
That is amazing, though. There's always something that's there, and you can never really resolve it. It's just who you are. Hopefully, you're the only one that's worried about it.
Yeah, you're right there.
If you had any words of wisdom, what would they be to people who are living today and you're 102 years old of experience?
Well, I believe it would be to treat everybody as a normal person and don't talk bad about anybody.
Oh my goodness, that is phenomenal. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this interview with Pop. It's been phenomenal. Pop, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day for this. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.